What a nice puppet. An elephant, of course. I'm looking at elephant toys, and that was something that came out quite recently, and we put it in a Christmas pack, a series of animals, but the favourite one, I think, was the elephant. All you've got to do is put 2 fingers into it, usually these 2 fingers here, and make it perform. And that's all it is, that's all you have in it. It just stays upright like that, with a series of other animals produced. But that was the nicest of them, to make it, and you have 2 together coming and have a conversation and so on. Just soft rubber. Very nice design, found it at the Nuremberg Toy Fair about just 2 years ago. So, what a beauty. Here's an interesting one, which I picked up several years ago. I've got about 2 of these eggs in my collection, and when you open them up, there's something inside. Well, I'll show you what's inside, because I've taken it out, but I'll put it back in again. It was an elephant, but in the form of a jigsaw puzzle for small children. There's only about 8 pieces there. You just literally slot them together like that. Although the base is more like a real jigsaw puzzle, because the pieces have little tabs and things, and it looks more like a jigsaw. These ones are just pushed together, but it looks beautiful, and all coming out of an egg too. So let's disassemble them, shall we? Let's take it out. That bit goes there, and that piece comes out. Oops, Daisy, goes in there, and then there's legs come off. If I can get this back here, ooh, and this bit here. The leg bit here comes off. Oh, this bit here is going to come off next. Goodness me, and it really has to be pushed in quite tightly, actually. I'm not sure. I think it's going to need a bit of parents' help with this one to make some of these work, because the rubber it's made of is quite tough, isn't it, actually? Something I'm not taking out. That's it. There we are, that bit. Oh, there's it. 4 leg came off, and another one coming off here. That's it. Another bit coming out here. I don't think I can disassemble this, actually. I thought I could. Oh yes, no, it's just coming apart. There we are, another pieces, and another piece here from the top of the thing, and there's another side piece here which comes out. Oof. He's just about there. The neck comes off. There's a tail there, there's a nice elephant's tail, and 2 more legs here which come out. And all that fits in an egg. Very nicely done, very nicely designed, a lot of fun to do. And there are several animals, of which my favourite, of course, was the elephant. Talking of elephants becoming extraordinarily big, here's an extraordinary artist who's done something amazing with paper. He's made a full-sized elephant, many feet, or many metres high and wide and long, and made it entirely of paper. Isn't that extraordinary? Full-size elephant, all done from paper by an origami artist who has to be probably the most amazing origami artist I've ever heard of. But a wonderful picture to keep in my collection. Inspire me. This is a very old one which I picked up many years ago. It's a lovely little golden egg, and it rotates nicely. But inside is a well-known object. See if you'll recognise it. This one's a bit easier to do. There we are. Ah, here's the crucial piece. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So those are made of plastic, but of course they should be made of ivory, the real ones. He's got 4 legs, 2 there, and 2 back legs like that. He's got a little tail here which has to stick up. We must have that tail. It's very important for an elephant. And then to make the body, you just have to close it up again and get the legs a little bit in position. And there he is. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Very nicely done. I think the tail can come a bit high as it can, but it's very well produced out of plastic with a little bit of rubber, I think, representing the ivory trunks of the elephant. Very nicely done. Here's an interesting book which I came across quite a few years ago. It's one of these ones which has got pages that you turn over, and when you do that, you get the animals muddled up. But what the lady who designed this sort of was taking each animal which had 3 syllables in it. So this one is a jaguar. We are jaguar. So we turn the piece over. What do we get? Oh, look, an elephant coming up now. El Garjar. Well, a very strange animal. And what about the next one? Oh my goodness, an elephant? No, an L-A-R. It's got very curious legs. I think you got the idea that children would love this because it's so bizarre to see an elephant having all these very obvious features and yet having to fit itself into something with very odd faces and so on and so on. You got the idea. It's got lots and lots of wonderful pictures all riddled up. In each case, you can read what extraordinary animal it is that you produce. I think it's a very, very nice book she does it with. There's the elephant at the bottom in this case, and there's an animal you've never seen before in your life. So I think that's a splendid idea for a children's book. Very, very nice indeed. I'm very pleased to see the elephants period there as well. Here's the only battery operated one I've got. It's a very small battery too. It's a very curious material, sort of rubbery, and yet there's a hard body inside, and it's got one of those micro motors, really small, tucked away, with a AAA battery inside. Tiny, tiny little battery. When I find a little switch to turn it on, he does a little bit of movement, not very much, I have to say, not very exciting, but think of the size of the motor that's making all those actions, all those levers work, and the heads go nod, 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 nod. Wonderful, wonderful to do. It's just a pity it can't, I suppose, from the way it's been designed, do much more in the way of movement. Also, he's not moving forward very much, so I need to assist him. I think, put my finger there, make him go forward. It feels so nice in the hand too. It's all soft, soft, soft skin of rubber to make him work. Very nicely done. And then, if I can find a little switch to turn it off again, there we are. So, very, very small, very sweet, but charming. And then we've got an extraordinary thing here. It's a little balloon which blows up into an elephant. Very small one too. I've had bigger ones than this, but this is, well, it looks fun, but very, very distorted. So here we go. I've got to blow up. How distorted is that? Goodness me, what a strange thing. Bizarre sight, isn't it? Let's leave him on there and let him deflate by himself. That's a very, very strange form of using plastic or rubbers to make a balloon. Oh, oh, down he goes, and boom, he's there, he's landed. The elephant has landed. The last one is an extraordinary one. It's a water pistol, would you believe? And it's going to fire water, and it straightens out when it does so. So let's have a go at shooting water at a picture of me in the mug. There we are, there's my face in the mug. And I'm going to have a go at shooting across the table to see if I can hit myself in the face. And watch this, what happens when I squeeze it like that, that straightens, and then water comes out with a squirt. Ooh, ooh, I'll do it from over here. Oh, 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 now I'm getting dripping water all over it now. Yes, I'm really squirting myself. Oh, yes, look at that. It squirts very well, but I love that action which the trunk comes out before it actually does the squirting, so you don't know where it's going to come. So, yes, it's water, it's okay. And I've thoroughly wetted myself now, in a manner of speaking, of course. All done with elephants.